Google Glass or the Google Glasses, the smartphone on your face, the beginning of the cyborgization, the privacy invasion Orwellian nightmare, just made its debut at the Oscars on Sunday with Google co-founder Sergey Brin's wife, Anne. However you pronounce her last name, Wojcicki. She showed up at the Oscars with the device. And of all people, who was it that got her on video but TMZ? Shockingly reporting on something important. So I was able to just call into TMZ Live and give Harvey Levin a piece of my mind about this device. And what's interesting is he and the other people in the TMZ newsroom all agreed that this is creepy, dangerous. You know, we already have an epidemic of people text messaging while driving, which is more dangerous than drinking and driving. And people die, mostly teenagers, but people die and get injured every day. I can't remember the numbers, but it is a lot of people texting while driving. So what's going to happen when people have their smartphone on their face, their Google Glasses? They're going to be watching television and getting their text messages and Facebooking when they're driving. Because people, the zombies, aren't going to be able to turn down the stimulation of such a device. That's going to be very interesting. But then I guess what they'll do is they'll just put a camera in the cars to watch us, to then have facial recognition systems that anytime somebody gets into the car and they're wearing a Google Glasses, the camera, Big Brother that's watching you once this Orwellian system becomes supercharged, the singularity, this beast artificially intelligent system goes online or is achieved, then I guess maybe Big Brother will just be watching people and then it will determine that you're wearing it and then it won't let you start the car. Oh, but people are already looking at Google's self-driving cars, so it's not going to matter. Well, those are probably still a long ways away, and I doubt that any of us are going to actually be able to afford them. Hopefully, we can ridicule people. These are $1,500, and they're coming out in a few months. You're already going to start seeing developers who probably already have them. And then, of course, Apple has their eyeglasses. Other companies are going to be coming out with imitations as well. But hopefully this will be a trend, sort of like rollerblades, where it was cool for a little while and then it just becomes so uncool that you're ridiculed if you do it. I don't know about in other parts of the country, but in Southern California here, nobody rollerblades. Even though, you know, it was kind of fun. I remember rollerblading as a kid, but that thing, that trend is a thing of the past. It's sort of like Velcro shoes, thing of the past, even though Velcro shoes kind of make sense because here we are in the 21st century, 2013, and we're still like having to tie shoes on shoelace, you know, kind of stupid. So the backlash against the Velcro shoes was a little bit weird, but people are so glued to their smartphones. I saw a woman in the gym the other day using her smartphone in the hot tub. Yes, sitting in the hot tub using her smartphone. So these things are creepy. Like I said before, you're going to go out to dinner with a bunch of people or go out to drinks or be sitting around. You already know this, that half the zombies, unless you're very particular about the company that you keep, most of the people have their smartphones out constantly. You're sitting around, supposed to be having conversations with your supposed friends, and everybody's just texting and playing video games and checking their Facebook and Twitter and posting about themselves and what they had for lunch. It's unbelievable. So I bet there's going to be a large portion of the population which are just going to be zombified, the cyborgization. But this introduces video cameras and microphones everywhere. You know, because, I mean, unless somebody has a hidden camera on them now, you know when they pull out their smartphone and start videotaping something, okay? People know that. People know it's going to go up on YouTube. But probably when, these things become as popular as cell phones, most people are just going to be probably wearing these things all the time. So at any given time, if you're just cracking some racist jokes or you're talking about that marijuana that you're growing in your backyard or you're talking trash about your boss, all somebody needs to do is just silently hit record or just probably record and live stream their entire life as if they think that it's that interesting that other people are going to care what they're doing on a minute-to-minute basis. But just imagine you're sitting around with some coworkers and everybody's got these things on and you're talking trash about that one manager, and then all of a sudden, whoops, somebody recorded that and went and showed the boss and said, hey, you know what? So-and-so just, was talking trash about you. Oh, so-and-so was cracking racist jokes. So-and-so was talking about the marijuana they're growing in their backyard, that unauthorized crop that's infringing on Big Pharma's profits. They need Xanax. They need Xanax instead. So Sergey Brin was spotted with these things on a New York subway not long ago. Now his wife was spotted with them at the Oscars this year, the 2013 Oscars. So prepare yourself to ridicule anybody that you see wearing these things. I'm not even quite sure the social ramifications, but I have a pretty good idea of what is going to happen with these things. And so here's what we need to do. People are already making these, so we might need to wear some sort of radio frequency scramblers. Somebody please make these things or email me. Don't post in the comments. I don't check the comments. Email me, post on my Facebook page, or tweet me. Anybody that is making devices that will scramble these. I saw somebody had a pair of goggles that had LED infrared lights on it that would blind any camera and it would make the video useless. So I'm sorry, but we might just have to all start wearing necklaces, us in the Resistance Brotherhood. We might have to just wear necklaces with lights and some sort of scramblers on them that scramble the audio in these things, or like there's cell phone jammers, which are illegal to have. People have cell phone jammers. People bring them into theaters and restaurants and bring them on the buses, and some restaurants use them illegally so that people can't use cell phones and things like that. So we might just have to have some people start developing some sort of scramblers so that we can dare walk out in public without getting recorded and without having everything videotaped. So please, electrical engineers, get cracking on that. I'm Mark Dice. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel. Not all the videos are just these screenshots. Do a lot of man on the street videos, a lot of highly produced videos. Subscribe to my alternative channel, my backup channel too, if you haven't, just in case. I always like to have plan B. So youtube.com/theresistance. THE Resistance. That was my first YouTube channel from years ago, but I streamlined everything with Mark Dice. So Twitter Mark Dice, YouTube Mark Dice, Facebook Mark Dice. But that channel, maybe I'll post some things on it occasionally, but just subscribe to it just as a backup, and then you'll catch those videos as well. So thanks for watching, and we're watching the Orwellian nightmare here unfold.